All right, let's move on to another very, very common mistake. Hiding secrets or bad facts from your attorney.
Oh my God. I could have almost written a book about this alone. To be fair, getting divorced is scary. And if you're a potential client, you're sitting in my office, you're looking around, diplomas all over the wall. I come in, I got a shaved head. I'm not a small guy. I can be intimidating. I get that you're scared and you're probably not going to bare your soul to me in the first consult. But as the case evolves, not only am I the only one who's going to fight for you in this arena, but you're also protected by the attorney-client privilege. Even if somebody were to put me on the stand myself, I can't talk about anything we discuss. So you're protected not just by politeness and social norms, but also by the law. I can't divulge what we talk about. But not a day goes by that I don't have a client who decides to come clean about 6 months too late. So,
or you find out at the hearing.
Yeah,
about
counsel tells me something that my guy did.
Yes. So I mean that's another big piece too, is your strategy. And generally, attorneys can work with bad facts. We can build a strategy around the bad facts, but you have to tell us those bad facts for us to be able to build that strategy. For various reasons, there's less discovery that happens in family cases than you would in a high dollar class action lawsuit or a business lawsuit. And if you don't tell us those facts and we get blindsided by them, I mean, at that point, we're just trying to figure out how to mitigate the damage rather than being proactive. Every case has bad facts and good facts. And it's the attorney's job to build the strategy. And I thought Connie last week had a very good point. It's the client owns the facts. You have to tell the attorney the facts. You're the one that owns those in your case. And it's the attorney's job to build you out a strategy that's going to most effectively get you to where you want to go with those facts.
Think about it like poker. You don't always get dealt a perfect hand. You're going to have some bad cards in there, but you take a look at the hand as a whole and you can formulate a strategy on how to best play that hand. If you dealt me a hand and two of the cards were covered up, I'm not going to know what to do. I'm going to be flying blind to some extent. And, God forbid, later on in the game, I'm going to have something come out of left field and just destroy me. So, there's nothing I can't plan for or mitigate or deal with if you give me notice of it.
Yeah,
it's when you don't tell me that things start going sideways.
And we find out at hearing, there's no time to prepare. You're like, Your Honor, can we step out in the hallway real quick?
Oh yeah.
And we need to discuss something. So another piece I thought you made that it gets thrown around a lot in a lot of the Facebook groups and whatnot, the attorney-client privilege and who the attorney really works for. I see and hear a lot of men, oh, you work for the bar, like you have to do whatever they say. Actually, probably the strongest privilege is that attorney-client privilege. I mean, we're talking about if Joseph or I is your attorney and we go out and talk about your case, whether it's with a friend, whether it's with family, whether it's with another attorney in the community, we risk losing our law license. And there are attorneys every single year that literally go to jail because for some reason, some judge puts them on the stand and they just shrug their shoulders and say, I'm not answering that. That's not something that's out of the ordinary. It usually ends up okay for them, but it seems like every year you read a couple of times where an attorney gets put on the stand and they refuse to answer because their number one priority or the number one thing they have to do is protect that attorney-client privilege.
I tell my clients, no offense, but I love my law license way more than I love you. So I'm not going to do anything to risk it. And that means talking about your case with anybody.
Yeah, definitely.